Hey everyone, happy new year to you all. Hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for showing up to the stream. I am sorry that I'm a couple minutes late, literally 2-3 minutes late, because I've been taking down the Christmas decorations. It's January 1st, people, and we took down our Christmas decorations. I hope your Christmas was awesome. I hope your New Year's was great as well. We had a bunch of friends. We had gone to some friend's house with another bunch of friends and had a great celebration, bringing in the new year. And I wasn't able to watch the game. They didn't have the game on at the house, so I just I couldn't. By the time I got home, it was 1 a.m. and I didn't want to watch the game. I wanted to go to bed, so I woke up this morning, January 1st, 2025, and watched the fight night, baby, of the Calgary Flames versus the Vancouver Canucks. It was absolutely a show. It was a show. It was so fun to watch. Now, I mean, the fights were great. The fights, I mean, that's the thing about this rivalry, right, everyone? Like, it is something else. And as you know, I am a hater of the Calgary Flames. I do not like this team. I always want to beat this team. But here we are. We lose again. Absolutely lose again. It was not good. It was not good. So the Canucks had one goal. That's it. And the Flames had three. One was an empty netter. And so that was where the game ended up last night. And it's disappointing that we lost. We needed the 2 points. Calgary's right there. It was definitely a disappointing loss. What wasn't disappointing was how physical the game was, how much the Canucks stood up. Both teams stood up for their players. It was a festive night. Let's just put it that way. It was a festive night with some fisticuffs. How's that? So the Flames, Canucks, I like this rivalry. I love it, actually. It's one of the games I look forward to. I circle those games on the calendar, looking forward to these ones. Unfortunately, we're 0-2 versus these guys. Now, we got a point first time, so we were up by a bunch, went in overtime, lost. Kind of like the Kraken game. That's crazy. But Kraken game was worse. Here's the thing. I don't know how we lose to these teams, but the fact is Quinn Hughes is MVP. He's MVP. Without Quinn Hughes, this team is nothing compared to what it is with him. The stats don't lie about it. And it's wild. It's absolutely wild, isn't it, people? It's absolutely wild. I'm pumped, man. I'm pumped about what is going on with this team. But then there's some things that we've all been questioning. We've been questioning the depth of the defense. We've been questioning, hey, if someone like Hughes or Hronek goes down, can we sustain? Well, we're at worst case scenario. Hughes and Hronek are down. And you look, there's not a lot of offensive upside right now. Even Pettersson's out. And this team needs to play better. There's a number of things that I was watching in this game thinking, boy, no one's talking about this. For example, Dakota Joshua. We are giving him a pass because of what he's gone through in his personal health, and we want to give him that. But this is a guy who's on the ice who isn't playing very well. He's playing okay, doesn't play a ton of minutes, and it's disappointing. He's got to produce. We just paid him big bucks. We just paid, big bucks for him. Big bucks for me. Excuse me. But we also paid Höglander. He hasn't scored in 28 games. He had a glorious opportunity to tie it up short, like coming out of the box. There were some moments there. I felt like JT Miller had a good game. Brock Besser had a good game. Assassin played well. And by the way, what's the deal with Assassin? Like, that's not his last name. Talked to his dad. Now we're back to Assassin. It's kind of confusing. So we're at Assassin. Okay. I think Garland always comes to play. And then defensively, we were much better than against the Kraken. And so that was encouraging. I just find that people are so negative about Juleson. And this guy has been able to step in. Like, he played, half a season? I'm going to bring it up right now just so I can make sure I'm saying this right. But like, this guy he's had to fill in due to injuries. And it's kind of disappointing, everyone, how negative they are. It's like, hey, without him, who would we go with? Friedman? So last year he played 54 games, guys. 54 games. He played almost 15 minutes a game, just under 15 minutes a game. Okay. He's played almost 15 minutes a game for the last 3 seasons with Vancouver. Okay. This year, he's already played in 25 games. And he's now playing 16 and a half minutes. Like, we've relied on him. And so all the people are like, oh, he's terrible and he can't do this. I'm like, well, he's not Quinn Hughes. He's not Hronek, but he's literally a perfect sixth D man. He's the third pairing guy on the right-hand side. I mean, what do you want? The guy's making $775,000. Susie's making, was it 3.25 or something along those lines? It's like, okay. And we're going to go after Juleson, the guy who's stepping in and played big minutes for us. Like, Susie makes $3.25 million. Tyler Myers makes $3 million. Desharnais, who he has outplayed, is making $2 million. Forberg's making $1.5 million, and he's been outplaying both of those guys. I don't understand. I don't get it. I just don't get it. The negativity's gone too far. Oh, he made a hit, and he made a bad timing hit, and we got scored on. We lost the game. How many times can we say we lost the game because of Susie or Myers or fill in the blank? Lay off of them. That's my little rant for today. But I'm discouraged by this loss in the way that I wish we would won. But we're going to talk about the fight night, though, tonight. And just that was just the hilarious piece to it. It's a little wild, if you ask me, everyone. It's a little wild, if you ask me. I mean, it got crazy. The amount of people, and we'll talk about that in a second. Let me just get to the promo, and then I'll get right into the fight night. Looking forward to connecting with you regarding that. Let's go. All right, so let's talk about fight night. And there was it 3 or 4 fights last night? At one point, there was 5 of us in the penalty box. You had Miller, you had Brandstrom, who was in his second career fight all time. Juleson, who got in a fight as well. Then you have Höglander. You had Myers taking the soft cross check. When is Myers going to figure out you can't do that anymore? He's like, that's so soft, ref. It's like, dude, you hit him in the numbers, cross-checked him. He went flying into the boards. It was dangerous. That is a penalty, even though you may have not hit him very hard. The way his feet went out, he slid to the boards. It's a dangerous play. They're trying to remove that from the NHL. You have to do something else. You literally have to do something else. And you're like, well, the guy fell down. Yeah, you hit him from like he can't see. You're not supposed to hit a guy in the numbers at the boards. Like that's just a fact. And you're complaining. So, anyways, so he goes and gets that one. Thankfully, we killed off both of those things. We had, what was it, a 5-on-3 for a minute 14, minute 13. They didn't score. So, and then that's when Höglander comes out of the box, gets a I wouldn't say wide open breakaway, but a clear path down that left side, shoots it. Calgary's goaltender, was it Wolf? He was there and stopped everyone in their tracks. So, man, it was an interesting evening. But with all those guys in the box was absolutely hysterical, if you ask me. Yeah. So, yes, it was Dustin Wolf that was in net, of course. Yeah. So that's where we're at, everyone. That's where we're at. Losing to the Calgary Flames, who are not great, but they had 29 shots on goal. We had 24. We didn't have very many dangerous opportunities, or what do they call that? High scoring chances. That's what we should say. Besser had 5 shots on goal. JT Miller had 5 shots on goal. I should show you this while I'm talking about it, just so we can share the screen and get there. All right. So as you see here, Besser had 5 shots. Garland had 2. Miller had 2. And then after that, it's like DeBrusk had 3. Sasson had 2. He looked a little dangerous a couple times too. I was happy about that. But there wasn't a lot going on for us. Now the giveaways were excuse me, Besser had 2, JT had 2, and then you've got Tyler Myers with 3, Soucy with 3, Branson 1, Forbort 1, Desharnais 2, Juleson 2. Look at that. 4 blocks for Branson, 3 for Juleson. I don't know. You guys, we gotta be happy with that, don't we? And then in regards to, it was hits. I was looking at hits, not giveaways. Hits. So Myers had 3 hits. Soucy had 3 hits. He only had 1 giveaway. Myers had no giveaways. That is shocking. He had 2 takeaways. Maybe he had a better game than I was thinking. I mean, he took the bad penalty, but we didn't get scored on, so it really didn't hurt us. But Juleson, I mean, that's a pretty good. He played 19 minutes, almost 19 and a half minutes, everyone. That's a lot of minutes. That's a lot. They all did. They just kind of shared it there. 25 shifts, 3 block shots, 2 hits, 1 giveaway, no takeaways. What about Myers here? Let's just see here. So no shots on goal, and he can't hit the broadside of a barn. Sometimes it's frustrating. 30 shifts, 23 and a half minutes, 0 blocks, 3 hits, 2 takeaways. That's not a bad night for him. So we were better on the faceoffs. If you look to the right here, we were 1 for 2 on power play. Yeah, because of all the different penalties. Like, you had tons of guys in the box, but it wasn't many power plays at all. 25 minutes, both teams in penalty minutes. That's insane. 29 hits, 28 hits. Yeah, it was a feisty affair. And then 16 block shots to their 11. We only gave the puck away 11 times. They gave away 15. They took it away 6 times. We only get it 4. So, oh yeah, we beat them November 12th. I forgot about that game. So we're 1-1 against Calgary. That's right. 1-1 overtime loss. I think that's how it works. And then the next game is March 12th in Vancouver, right? No, in Calgary. So it was 2 Vancouver games. So next time we play is in Calgary. Huh. Interesting. Let's look at the Flames for a second here. So Huberdeau looked decent. I thought that goal by Kadri was nice. There were some nice passing plays. Lomberg, he had all the penalty minutes. Zari was annoying me, but he's a talented player. Him and Miller were going at it. That was kind of crazy. So, yeah, so that was the game. I mean, this is the game. This, if you want to know, what are you going to remember from that game? This right here. This right here. You're talking 5 guys in the penalty box at the same time. 3 of them are defensemen. So you had Forbert, Susie, and who's the other guy? Desharnais out there while these guys are all in the box. Just hysterical. Absolutely hysterical. All right, so let's get into some questions, everyone. Thanks so much for being here, whether you're watching now or later. If you're watching now, throw a question into the live chat. I'll be happy to answer it for you, and we'll have some fun with this team. I don't know what else you want to talk about in regards to this game, because Kadri breaks his tie and gets the game-winning goal, and then we ended up letting in an empty netter. So, and our next game is against the Kraken, and so that is going to be very, very interesting to see how it's going to go from there. Thursday, which is tomorrow, and then we do a back-to-back. So then Friday at 7 p.m. we play Nashville. Absolutely, that's going to be an interesting one. Okay, so Soul Search wants to talk about the egg. Last night against Team Canada did against the States. Yeah, that was disappointing too. Lost 4-1, kind of like the Canucks game, except for no fights. Dell, hope you're doing okay, Trev. Back-to-back Packers and Canucks losses. Happy New Year. I'm fine. We're going to get a win. My Packers are getting a win this weekend against the Bears. They're terrible. If we lose that, I don't know. You might have to check in on me. I don't know when the Canucks are going to win next. I hope we beat the Kraken. We should have beat them last time. We better beat Nashville. I mean, but nothing's easy in this league, and we're missing some stars. So, James is not in a good place. He's in a very bad place. I support this channel. I'm with you, Soul Search, Guru, and Dell. Everyone else, yeah, no, it's tough. That's Canada losing. But hey, listen, Canada's going to turn around, James. It's going to turn it around. But if you like what you're experiencing, click on the button and subscribe to the YouTube channel of Kempner Canucks. Thank you for more like this. Well, at least I'm honest, and I'm passionate. I'm realistic. I'm an honest guy, right? So that's what you're going to get from me every night. If the Canucks suck, I'm going to tell you that. If the Canucks are great, I'll tell you that. But this team is tough. So I have a question. Blazer fan, good to see you. If we are running Pettersson out of the room, that's a big if, but just to play a game that isn't his forte, like we all know Pettersson isn't the most strongest guy, but what if Bedard, you got my attention now, isn't the strongest guy, but Chicago doesn't force him to play a physical game. Hughes isn't a strong guy, but we don't force him to play a physical game like Miller. Why are we forcing Pettersson to be like Miller? I don't think anyone's forcing Pettersson to be like Miller. All we want him to do is score. I mean, he's going to do his back check thing that he does, but I'm not expecting him to be the warrior like Miller. So I'm not really sure what you're accusing people of, bro. But I'm not there. The thing is that Allvin said that he can't handle pressure. People get mad when I say things that are factual. It's like I'm not the only guy that's saying it. Kenny, you're right. Juleson was a former first-round pick. I think he belongs in the NHL. I'm so glad we have him. Is he the best hockey player out there? No, he's not. He's not. But he's good enough to make a difference. To play, he played 19 and a half minutes. We need him. And people want to criticize the guy all the time. Hey, I've been enjoying connecting with you on the comments. I agree. We got to beat the Kraken Thursday. Take 2 points. Last thing you want to do is lose a bunch of games that you can take out of take you out of the playoff race. Absolutely. Look no further than the Rangers. I know the Rangers are absolutely shocking. They're absolutely shocking. I don't get it. I absolutely don't get it. Miller fighting wasn't called for. We went down 2 men after that. We don't need fights. We need goals. Well, of course we need goals. But it's been a frustrating few weeks, Calvin. It's an emotional game. And this just in, Miller's feisty. So I don't mind. I don't mind him dropping the gloves. I'd rather him on the ice. But man, if you get Miller mad, he starts chucking them. It's pretty crazy. So he plays on the edge. So sometimes he'll drop the gloves. And I understand you want him out there, but I didn't mind. Happy New Year, Trev and Kempner Army. Thank you so much, Japan 4. Good to see you. Yes, right now we are struggling. You are right. You are right. Brandstrom asked for it. I get sticking up for rookies, but they shouldn't bite off more than they can chew, especially with Lomberg. I know that was crazy, but you know what? Good for him. Good for him. Why not? I mean, what, Calvin, are you just going to sit here and criticize that we got in fights? It's a physical game. It's a rival. I like that they stood up. I hate that we lost, but I get what you're saying. I don't know. He took on more he could chew but he did okay. Yeah, our defense sucks at moving the puck up ice to get a flow going. I agree. I think the D needs to stop trying to be like Quinn and play their own game. They're good at actually. Rick Tocchet actually talked about that specifically and said you don't have to play like Quinn. You got to play like you play and play to your strengths. Just do that. You're going to get more ice time. And that's what we're expecting from you. We're not expecting you to be Quinn Hughes or Philip Hronek. We're trying to get you to play your game. I think it's a good comment, Calvin, and I think they're trying to. It's just that when you play more games against NHL forwards like that, you can get exposed to some of the weaknesses. The last 4 games lost to the loser teams. We're expecting 0 wins in the next 7 to 8 games. I don't know, man. We got to find ways to win, right, Japan 4? We have to find ways to win. Lefty all around. Please don't blame Myers. There are 4 other D-men who played for the Canucks last night who are worse than Myers. Okay. Am I blaming Myers? I'm blaming Myers for the penalty. That was a dumb penalty he took. But he was okay. I mean, he missed every shot he took on the net, like did not hit the net. So that's not good, right? Like we can't sit here and go, oh man, we can't dump him. I mean, he didn't hit the net. He had some good plays though. I thought he was decent, especially looking at the stats too. He had a decent night. I mean, he's got to play crazy amounts of minutes that he's not used to, and he's not actually designed for. So yeah, I mean, I don't think Forbert played well. I don't think Susie played great either. I thought Judelson was fine. Brandstrom was fine. Myers is fine. I mean, who can we talk about then? I think that sometimes people just want positivity only, and we want to put our heads in the sand. I'm not saying you're doing like this at Lefty all around, but sometimes we just want to put our heads in the sand and say, oh no, we're fine. We're giving it our best. Yay. No, it's about wins and losses. It's about winning battles. It's about competing. It's all about all those things. So I think that's important. So you're going to get that passionate, realistic, honest. So when we're winning, oh, it's fun to be on this channel for sure. When we're losing, I'm going to be honest, guys. I'm going to be realistic. I'm going to be passionate about it. Jack, I think Allvin needs to stop yapping about the team and make some trades. He's the general manager, not the general watcher. One trade made since January 1. Okay, Jack, I think this is a decent comment. Okay, let me just take a moment to explain. So I've been watching a fair bit of content about Allvin. I am very surprised he made the comments he did regarding Pettersson. I don't think that was a good idea. I don't know why you'd bring that to the public. He opened the door to the trade possibility. Maybe he's shopping him. I don't know. Is that who you want to, like, you want to make a trade? Do you want him to trade Pettersson? Who do you want him to trade? Right? And who's realistically interested? What Allvin did say, which I thought was very interesting, is that a lot of teams feel like they're still in it right now, namely even us. And they're not willing to make a reasonable deal. So I'm okay with them waiting until someone gives a reasonable deal. But I just watched an interview with, who was it? I think it was on Sakaris and Price. Not Detition. It was the other guy. Forget his name. And he was saying that the Canucks were on the phones before the Christmas break. They tried to pull off a deal before Christmas break, weren't able to pull a deal off. It sounds like he's been working the phones and he's getting close to making a deal happen. So that's something that's interesting that we need to think about. So, Jack, I think it's been, the attempt is there. It's just pulling them off and not overpaying for players that maybe are rentals or something along those lines. So at least Myers plays hard every night and plays like he loves the game of hockey, unlike other players. Who doesn't do that? Who on the team doesn't love the game of hockey and doesn't play hard every night? Post it in here, man. Let me know who you're talking about. Is January 7th the trade deadline? It's not. It's not the trade deadline. Let's go NHL trade deadline at 2005. It is, as of January 7th, it will be 3 months until the 2025 trade deadline. So that's when it is. That's when it is. 3 months. The trade deadline is March 7th. March 7th. Nope. Yes, that's it. It's March 7th. I don't know why everyone keeps saying January 7th. I don't get it, Calvin. But does Pettersson really love the game of hockey? This is a legit question. I don't know the answer to that question. I would think he does. So that's the only guy. So you're like, don't talk bad about Myers when Pettersson looks disinterested. Okay. I mean, have I not been critical of Pettersson enough for you? Lefty all around. I'm just sorry. I don't mean to be facetious, but it's like I don't really know how to help you here. Syndicate, will the Canucks be sellers at the deadline? I mean, if they're out of the playoffs, they might be. It might be. I hope Allvin does something about Brock because we won't have enough for his contract. I think that's one of the guys that we might be trading at the deadline, depending on where we're at. But maybe we sign him. I mean, everyone loves Brock, right? So, but it's also about business decisions. I think that it's realistic that Brock could not be back with Vancouver next season. I think that's very realistic. B. Castle, Cassell, hoping for a crazy trade like PD, Hogs, and Demko for both Hughes and Allen. Oh man, that'd be a monster deal. Yeah, maybe the Demko deal is the deal. Like maybe he's the one. That's the other thing, everyone. It's like you've got guys who are really elite when they're healthy, but the amount that they're not healthy, it's like, do you keep them and go? Like Brock Besser has had a lot of injuries, and he has struggled with what was going on with his dad, and then even this year got injured. Last year, Game 7, missed it, unfortunately. I mean, big blood clot's huge, right? It's a huge thing. So I don't know. You just got to start. I mean, it's a tough game, so people get injured. Every team struggles with injuries, and you know what I mean? Like, people walk through things, and I mean, Miller's been injured this year. Hronek, Hughes, Pettersson, Brock, Demko. You know what I mean? Like, just start naming people, and it's like, been injured, right? So, yeah. I mean, the only guys really that have seemed to have been healthy have been DeBrusk, Garland, Bluger, Sherwood, Juleson, Brandstrom, Susie, I think Susie. Myers, did he miss a game? I don't know. Or two? He might have. I don't know. Sure. Well, last year a fluke? I don't think it was a fluke. I honestly, East Van Nux, I think this is an interesting question. I think we have higher expectations. If you haven't watched this video, Changing Our Mentality, I would highly recommend that you go check it out. I actually talk about what's the difference between this year and last year, and I think it's important for us to have a different perspective. Okay. So we've faced a ton of injuries this season, and we've had some rifts, and we've had some extra drama, and yeah, it's been ugly. It's been ugly, and we're still in the playoff hunt, everyone. So maybe we're not as good as we think, or maybe we just haven't been healthy enough to actually show what we're capable of. Don't forget to comment after the live to push the video more. Which video? Comment after the live to push the video. I don't know what you're talking about. Don't forget to comment after live. Oh, to push my video more. Oh, thanks. I appreciate that, Calvin. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, any of the support I appreciate. So, yeah, it does look like last year was a fluke, but I don't think so. A fleeting moment of greatness, maybe. I don't know. I think more that we were walking through injuries personally. But what are you talking about, Blaze Van? Nobody is forcing Pettersson to be like Miller. We want Pettersson to have more intensity and grit, intestinal fortitude. Yeah, I agree with that. Canucks Uncensored. By the way, dudes, we're going together. Probably you're coming on the show for Friday night, right? I think that's what our plan is. So I'm game at the moment. So maybe I should just message you guys that while I'm thinking about it, or I'm telling you that now. So good to have you here. First game without Hughes. 3 shots from defensemen. Last night, 2 shots from defensemen. Not enough shots. I agree. The second chances generated. Hard for the Canucks to create separation, sustain pressure. That's a great take. Allvin also said PD is not mature. I know. That's what he's saying. Can you imagine the general manager speaking of you like, how is Pettersson going to handle this? That would be hard for me to hear, and I'm way older than Pettersson. You know what I mean? That'd be hard. So, I don't know what I mean, if that's how you honestly feel about the guy, you got to move him, right? But I don't know. I said a few weeks back that Pettersson is mentally weak as a hockey player, and I got tacked big time for this. Truth needs to be spoken, whether you like it or not. I'm in the same boat, man. I'm in the same boat. We need more shots, period. Absolutely. Forward and D-man, stop making the perfect pass and shoot the puck. Simplify the game. I agree. Barbershop window. Nucks won't make the playoffs mid-team. You might be right. You might be wrong. We're going to stay tuned. We're going to find out. Miller has all 3: intensity, grit, intestinal fortitude. So who do you want to keep? That is a question. I think they want to keep them both, Lefty. I think they want Pettersson to stay and then him to produce, and Miller to stay and him to produce. Neither Miller and Pettersson are playing to the level where they can. It has been a discouraging year. That's another reason why we're struggling, is our stars haven't been our stars. The only star that's been our star has honestly been Quinn Hughes. Besser's had moments of brilliance, but he's nowhere near as good as he was last year. DeBrusk is playing solid, but he's a new guy. I mean, Hronk's been out. Demko's been out. Good thing we have Lankinen. But Miller struggled, and that's been frustrating. By the way, I'm Perk 4-0 at Climate Pledge Arena when the Canucks play in Seattle. Please go to Seattle for Thursday. Please go, and then we can get a win. Every time the Canucks have been there, they've won. When you've been there, debating if I should go and put my win stake on the line. Do it. Okay, hard to believe Calgary is doing better than the Canucks. It was supposed to be a rebuild I know, man. I know, it's so frustrating. And as a Flames hater, there's nothing more annoying than that right now. Justin, Flames always play well when they're trying to rebuild. They never really achieve. Yeah. Maybe was a fluke for the Canucks. It's possible, but I don't think so. Myers played 23 minutes ice time for a 34-year-old. Most 34-year-olds are not playing anymore in the NHL. That's a good point. That's a really good point. Too many injuries, lack of team cohesion, death by 1,000 cuts. I know it's been rough, Del. I think Allvin did a good thing speaking his mind about Pettersson. That's the problem with today. People are afraid to speak their mind. Yeah, I think you're right. Justin, would a top 5 pick be so bad? Can we even be that bad? I just don't want to make dumb trades that don't make us better. I don't think we're ever going to get to a top 5 pick, to be honest, unless we won the lottery. So you have to miss the playoffs to do that. I don't think the team is a bottom 5 team. The problem, though, is a top 5 draft pick. Most of them don't play for 2 to 3 seasons, so it still doesn't help us. It helps us in 3 seasons or 2 seasons. I mean, you got the Michkovs of the world and the Celebrinis and the Bedards who play right away, but there's a bunch of those kids that don't play. Like top 10 players, most of them don't play at least for 2 years. So don't know if it will happen, but I would love the Canucks to play and have vengeance against the Flames in 2025 playoffs. That would be epic sequel to 2015. That would be awesome. Do you think Pettersson loves the game of hockey? I'm talking about, yeah, I would say yes, but I don't know. Hard to judge that, right? So Blazers fan says Allvin literally said it's hard to make a trade because everyone's in the fight for a playoffs. Yeah, we talked about that. You're right. What if our defense is just so bad, just holding on to back our forwards? Maybe Wielander is the solution. Maybe. Yeah, that's possible. Also, this is a gap year. They're waiting for DPD and Wielander to be ready. That's going to help us out big time. Lefty all around says he scores a goal, and most times his face is expressionless. It's been this year. It's been this year and last year. He's been struggling. Is that someone who loves the game of hockey? I think he's really having a hard time. It's a good question. I just don't know the answer to it. My guess is that he loves hockey. He's just having a rough go. Trev, did you see that clip from Missing Curfew? Yes, I did. Brad Richardson commented about Miller being hard on Pete. Oh, no, I didn't see that part. I saw the part where O'Brien said, I would trade Pettersson and stick with Miller, and I don't care who says it. I saw that one. So I'll watch that when I'm done here. So thank you so much for sending it to me. I want Allvin to fix the defense he has had multiple chances during free agency to address it. He's also missed on guys like Trouba and Fowler, yet he says he doesn't like the prices. Yeah, I mean, is Trouba and Fowler like the answer? Trouba makes like $8 million a year. I don't think he's the answer. You can't pay. I mean, Hughes is going to get paid monster money, right? You have to plan for that. So you can't be locked into Hronek, Trouba, Miller, Pettersson. Then you're going to do Hughes, Trouba. You've got a decent sized contract with DeBrusk. Are you going to pay Brock Besser? I mean, that's the thing, right? So Trouba, I don't think Trouba fits because of the price tag. I don't like the price tag. I like Trouba as a player. But yeah. Next will be Sellers without Hughes, there's a lottery team. Yeah. I don't, they could be sellers, but they're not lottery. Joshua's 22 games in and has done nothing. 4 points in 22 games. I know, that's what I was talking about at the beginning of the show. That's exactly what I was talking about. Nobody wants to talk about this because he's been dealing with cancer. And honestly, it's a miracle that he's out playing there and he's had cancer treatments. It's crazy. Like, good on you, Dakota. But I know that he wants to produce as well. So you're not wrong in saying it. It's just that nobody wants to talk about it because then it seems like you're a jerk if you talk about it, you know? Pettersson looks like he wants to go home and play Call of Duty Black Ops instead of playing hockey. I think he likes Fortnite better. Marcus, good afternoon. Yeah, I decided today, I mean, let's rock this at 3 o'clock. Some of you, I knew a lot of you were off, so I wanted to jump on. I noticed Joshua play has been mediocre. Yep, it has been. JT Miller to Edmonton, trade deadline. He wants to win. Yeah, what do we get in return? That's what I want to know. I'd be sad, though, to lose Miller. Maybe he's thinking about video games and when he's sitting on the bench. Yeah, he might be. Pettersson might be. I mean, he's collected a huge paycheck, guys. He's got to be happy. If Pettersson was not liking hockey, he wouldn't have shot that sick writer. He wouldn't have shot that sick writer in the San Jose game. Guys, Pettersson was awesome in the San Jose. I was there live. I was row 4. I have video of him sniping it. I was literally behind the net where he was shooting from on that power play and literally snipes it. Like, this guy, he's got elite skills. And you know what I've been saying all year? We've been calling him Petey the passer, but he needs to be Petey the shooter. Pettersson the shooter. He needs to shoot the puck. When he shoots the puck, good things happen. I think he needs to shoot. He's lost confidence. He wants to pass the puck more than he shoots the puck. If he can start getting back to firing the puck, but what he does is he gets it and he holds onto it for a second and he kind of picks his spot. Sometimes he just needs to get it and let it fly. Do the Ovechkin one-timers and hammer it through, get the speed going. Other times, delay, wrist shot, find the spot because he's got an accurate shot. I like Pettersson that way. It's the other things I'm not a fan of. Yeah, last year was not a fluke. Look at all the injuries of our top 6 scorers this year compared to last year. I agree. Yeah, wrister, absolutely. I got it after. Makes me think, what would it have been like of the Canucks? What if they signed Sidorov? Would it be better? Maybe it would be worse. Maybe we'd be all hating Sidorov right now because we're like hating everybody at the moment. Kind of, or not hating, but being negative. It's the same Canucks from 4 years ago. They weren't that good 4 years ago. Last year was a total fluke, kind of like the Caps this year. Barber, you are entitled to your opinion. You might be right. I think you're dead wrong, but Dell thinks that we'd be way worse off with Zadorov. He might sulk. You talk about Pettersson, and I say I am being treated unfairly if that's the way you feel about number 40. Walk out. Okay, yeah. Every team has injuries. Caps didn't have OV, and Leafs didn't have Matthews for a while. Listen. Absolutely, you're right. But nobody sustained the amount of injuries to their star players like we have this year. We're literally leading the league in missing star players. You can miss a guy or two, okay? But I'm telling you right now, it's a legitimate, not excuse, reason. Shannon, good to see you. Happy New Year, my friend. Hope you're doing well. Blazers fan, Big Z kept people away from our goalies. He makes them scared of getting a rebound, and RD now allow them to stand in front of our goalie. They like pitching a tent in front of your front line and your front lawn. Yeah, I know. Happy New Year to Grogu. In that alternate universe that you regularly visit, the Canucks are Stanley Cup champions. Lefty, you should watch the video from my last game. The trade Pettersson video. Have you seen this one yet? Man, I think you've missed a couple of these. Go check out this one. I've literally talked about Pettersson for Bedard. That would be awesome. But it's not going to happen. You know it. I know it. We both know it. For me, it's New Year 2025. I'm not getting down on the Canucks. I like it, Shannon. I have faith that the Canucks can turn everything around. It is definitely possible. Demko needs more practice, and I'm thinking that to be continued. Absolutely, my friend. Absolutely. I like the positivity. We don't want Trouba. No, we don't. Not for the money he's making. I would rather miss the playoffs than be a desperate team to be better. Than that Winnipeg Jets club is just so good. Like, literally do not want to have to sell Villander or DPD just to make the playoffs. I agree. Do we give DPD and Willander some time with the big club and put them in the D rotation? I'd love to. I think that DPD will be coming up soon. We'll see. It would help if the Canucks could have more places to go and do stretches and exercise and see less injuries. Yeah. Green, good to see you. If JT Miller makes the team better, why are Hughes and PD's numbers both better without him out of the lineup? Would love your take. What's your honest assessment of JT Miller this year? My honest assessment of JT Miller this year, and you know me, I'm a huge JT Miller fan, but I'm going to put away my love for him and my bias. JT Miller has struggled. I think that injury that he sustained on that face-off. Remember, he didn't take a face-off for 3 games. That he didn't take another face-off for that game, and then 2 games after that, and he was playing through an injury. I think that put him back. I think all this stuff about Rift, the frustration he has of the team, the losing, they are expecting to win. They do not expect to be in a slump like they're at. I think it's been hard for him as well. He has not played great this year. This is the first time that I've seen Miller not play great in 4 years. He still has an edge to his game, but he has turned the puck over too much. He's made some bad decisions. It's the worst I've seen JT Miller play in 4 seasons. I do think, though, he turns it around. I think he's talented. I think that's what happens. We'll see. I don't think he's the toxic cancer in the room that everyone says, but maybe he is. I don't know. I just think he's passionate and he's losing. He wants to win. He wants to win with his team. He signed for 8 years. He wants to be here. His wife, on the other hand, she might not want to be. I don't know. But maybe she does want to be here. I mean, this is a Canadian market. It's fun to play in Canadian markets when you win. There were so many penalties last night, Dreamer. You're right. I think they can turn it around as well. Shannon says more people and more hockey players need to talk about cancer. It's very important. Dakota is the man. I agree. What's the PD injury? Was that from the 2 goals he scored? Wrist injury again? I don't know. There was something that happened and I missed it. And so, and you know them, they're Fort Knox when it comes to injuries. Is the upper body, lower body? Like, what does that mean? But those 2 goals he scored against San Jose were awesome, and I was happy to be there to see that. PD has 10 goals on a goalie this year. JT has 4. I know, it's been shocking. PD is playing like Daniel because he's been taught by Daniel. He just needs to shoot instead. No, it's Hendrick. Hendrick's the passer. Daniel's the shooter. Yeah. You got that wrong, dude. Hendrick is the passer. Dan, shoot the puck, Petey. I mean, he's a good passer, too. Petey can pass the puck. Elfrin, the Canucks look like a team that doesn't have the will to win. If they wanted to win, Canucks stars need to be stars, especially score goals when they need them. Yes, Petey, Miller, Garland all need to score. That is a fact. That's a fact. That's why you get paid. Besser needs to score. You know, that's a fact. That's why they get paid. 25, 26 is our year. Maybe it's this year. I don't know. I mean, guys, St. Louis Blues was the worst team last year or a few years ago in January, turned around and won the Stanley Cup. The Edmonton Oilers were hot garbage to start the season, turned around and made it to the finals, lost by 1 goal in Game 7. Like, I'm not saying this team's over with yet. I think once we get healthy, we got a good chance to do it, but we can't keep losing these games Problem is, we're really injured at the moment. Shannon, I would like the Canucks to improve the rest of the season to keep looking back at videos and working on defense and shooting puck. Yeah, I agree. Alfred, our defense is not the factor that's dragging this team back. Our stars are playing pretenders like for real. I agree with that. I agree with that. We need both. No, actually, I do think our defense is a factor, but I also think that our stars need to be our stars. Big Taco, welcome. Happy New Year, buddy. Happy New Year to everyone. Absolutely. Did you talk about the Brad Richardson thing? I didn't yet because I haven't seen it. I should just watch it right now. Japan 4 sent it to me. So that would mean, where did you send it? Instagram or probably Facebook, right? Where am I? I gotta bring Facebook up. Yeah, it's right here. All right, here we go. Missing curfew. Ooh, language. Oh, wow. This is now O'Brien. There you go. Did you guys hear that? Did you guys hear that? Maybe he's right on. Brad Richardson's right on that. JT Miller's an older guy. He's like, when I was growing up, you got to be able to take it. You got to be able to take heat. Well, some guys can't take it. Maybe Pettersson's not that guy. Maybe he can't handle the constructive criticism or the push, or because Allvin's saying he's not mature. Allvin's saying that he can't handle the pressure. Richardson saying JT can't be hard on him. But it's the NHL and it's games. Like, it's not like, hey, go get your paycheck and go play Fortnite after. It's like, dude, you've got skill, you're talented. Just go play, just go produce. So maybe they just can't coexist. I did a video on that, by the way. People are so angry when I mean the videos I've been making, people are so angry. It's crazy. These other people are saying it. Are you going on their comments and just like saying, hey, sorry, that cough is still there. Happy New Year's. Too bad they didn't give us a New Year's gift, but they'll fresh start in the new year. I agree. You're welcome. You're welcome, man. I hope you're doing well. How long did Miller last with the Rangers until he got traded? I don't know. I don't know. Do I have him on there? No, Juleson. Let's see. Miller, JT Miller. So he played 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5.5, 5.5 games, or 5.5 seasons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, almost 6 seasons. Then got traded to Tampa Bay. Out of those 6 seasons, he played 3 82-game seasons. And he got 43 points to 58. Then he only had 40 games. He had 40 games and 63 games. Again, I should bring this up. And then he played for Tampa for 1 full season and almost a quarter of a season. And then now he's played 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 years with Vancouver. So First year with Vancouver, in 69 games, he had 72 points. In the second year was the 2021 season, 53 games, he had 46 points. That was I believe that was the the COVID year. And then Vancouver, then he went 80 games, 81, 81, and now he's going. So 80 games, he had 99. 81 games the next year, he had 82 points. And then last year, he had 103 in 81 games. And this year, he's 26 games, 24 points. He's having a bad year, everyone. He's almost a point a game player. My honest assessment on Miller and Pettersson: you can't just have Hughes being out there to share the load for two forward lines. We have no one else on D who can help. I know. PD injury apparently happened in the Ottawa game. I didn't know that. That's interesting. JT is the John Tortorella of players, Dylan says, a voice that needs to be heard for certain teams, but that voice grows old fast. That's the truth. There's a reason Tampa moved on him early. He's selfish. I don't know if that's true or not, but maybe. Miller is struggling in hockey and he's stressed about something. I mean, he took a leave of absence, everyone. He took a leave. I still to this day don't know why he did. So, yeah, it's injuries or medical or mental or all the above. Yeah, right, Shannon? The word is out that JT Miller is hard on Pettersson and perhaps even yelling at him to play with more grit and heart. But I think Pettersson is a type of player, if you're too hard on him, he will shut down. Well, don't go to Columbus, bro. And Travis Green's not good for you either, just saying. Former players are saying Miller's, maybe. I mean, that's what they say about Michael Jordan, guys. I'm not saying everyone needs to be a jerk, but I'm just saying he expects you to produce. He expects you to play hard. He expects you to be in the right spots. He wants to be in the right spots. He wants to win. So it's interesting. It's like, this guy's being mean to me. It's like, yeah, dude, like if you're out of position, he calls you on it. It's not him being mean on you. It's like you're in the wrong spot. If you're getting paid $11.6 million and he can't score, you're not being effective offensively, maybe you need to have a conversation. Maybe someone needs to have a conversation with JT Miller. Hey, your point totals are not good enough yet. Your goal totals are not good enough yet. Okay? I don't understand. So Dylan, maybe he is a jerk. Okay. He wants to win. I want to fill my team with players that want to win, that have grit, who play they're in the playoffs, in the preseason, regular season, and postseason. That's the guy I want on my team. The Matthew Tkachuks of the world, the Brady Tkachuks, the guys who give it all, the JT Millers of the world, who put their heart and soul into this game. That's the guys I want. I'm just saying. Man, nobody liked Michael Jordan. They won 6 championships. I just want to win a championship. That's all I want. I don't care if they go out for dinner after. I just want them to win. Allvin cooks in the offseason this year, and we are happy with a little more luck with injuries next year, we could be really dangerous. I agree. I once had a former first-round pick in the NHL yell at me for not throwing the ball hard enough at him in a baseball practice. Yeah, it's not fun. It's not fun. Our stars were our stars when JT was out. PD and Hughes combined for 29 points in 15 games. I thought Miller was out for 6. No, when he came back, that's right. When he came back, he didn't score a point in 6 games. And then he scored 2 goals against San Jose. Then he got injured. So his yelling worked for me as I threw the next ball as hard as I could. And he shut up. With Pettersson's personality, this will not work. I agree. Like maybe that's why he went on the leave of absence. He's like, I just need to calm down. I need to figure out how not to be yelling at Pettersson all the time. When Hughes is out of the line is out with the first line, they get a goal. We don't have a second pairing decor who can produce with his second line unless Hughes is out there for it again. I agree. That's why he's MVP. He was the back catcher. I was first base. That was my natural position. He didn't hear it? Sorry, guys. Basically, he said he was being too hard on him. Sorry. Man, we're at an hour. When Brad Richardson was playing, Elias Pettersson was in his first season with the Vancouver. Something like that. Hence why he told Miller that. Okay. Miller wasn't there for Petey's rookie season, if I recall correctly. I'm done. This hurts you? I don't know. Nothing hurts me. Are you talking about me? I'm not hurt. Hope you're doing well, James. Yes, he was a big taco. Brad Richardson was there for about 22 games, so yeah. You're wrong, Lefty. Petey never played with Miller in his rookie year. JT was dealing with immaturity at Petey's age also. Was he? At 26? Yeah, that's what he's saying. Is he's hard on him. Doesn't matter if a guy's a jerk or not. Put up numbers and be yeah. I obviously I want that for sure. So Miller is an egotist. Been watching too much blue. Yeah. All right, you're out, James. Have a good night. Hope you're doing well. Miller needs to do his job before barking at others. Out of Hughes, Miller, and Petey, Miller is okay. One and getting less than 6% of his points at even strength. Dude's selfish. 29 points in 10 games. Sorry. Didn't we just look at that? 26 games, 24 points. I'm not really following what you're saying. Oh, the reason why you couldn't hear it is because my mic was turned the other way. That's why I should have turned it for you. So Dave Richardson is lying about what he saw. I have no idea, guys. He saw something. He's literally said that he talked to JT Miller about it. Trade both of them honestly. Their drama is wasting Hughes' prime. Hughes, Demko, Besser is the franchise. The other two can be flipped for many riches. That'd be hard to do. Ever since the young stars, Petey really fell back. So Miller is upset. Petey has a right then. Interesting. No, he's not lying about it, Lefty. It just didn't happen during Petey's rookie year because Miller wasn't a Canuck yet. Look at like Trump, put up the numbers and be a jerk all you want. Yeah, Petey's way younger than Miller. Petey's 26. Miller was he 31? I think he's 31 years old. Yeah, he's going to be 32 in about 60, 70 days, maybe 80 days. All right, everyone. It's been an hour and 3 minutes. I've really enjoyed connecting with you, and we've been talking about this. So we've been talking about the fight night in Calgary. Wild. Sucks that we lost. We lost 3-1, but it is what it is. And a happy new year to you all. Hope you have a fantastic day. I love connecting with you. It's been hard watching this team lose games to teams like this, but maybe we're not as good as we think. We're about to find out. So Thursday is a game against the Kraken. Friday, we play against the Nashville Predators. It'll be interesting to see. And I think I'll have Canucks Uncensored on with me, the post-game show on Friday night. So, yeah. Thanks so much for being here, everyone. I really, really appreciate you. And I hope you have a fantastic New Year's Day. Of course, always, we cheer this team on no matter what. Go Canucks, go.